Good afternoon, this is Kavipriya, Assistant Professor, EC Department. Today I am going to deliver a topic, Introduction to Communication System from the subject Analog and Digital Communications. So first, what is this communication? So it is nothing but it is an exchange of information from one user to other user. It can be, we call it as from one location to another location. So the location which sends the information, we call it as a source, and the location which receives the information, we call it as a destination. So the information flow from source to destination is called as a communication. So it is a process of sending, receiving and processing the information, or it can be a signal, or it can be an input from one point to another point. So next is what is the electronic communication system? So it is defined as a whole mechanism of sending and receiving as well as a processing of information electronically from source to destination. So to produce a accurate replica of transmitted information, that is to transfer the information between 2 points through a communication channel, the data that has been transmitted through the particular channel should be error free, or it should contains a minimum error. So data should produce the channel should produce a minimum error. Examples for electronic communication systems are radio telephony, broadcasting, point-to-point, mobile communication, computer communication, radar and satellite systems. And next we're going to see what are all the elements that is involved in transmission of data. First one is a message. So it is a physical manifestation produced by the information source, and then it is converted to an electrical signal before transmission by the device called transducer. So transducer is placed in the transmitter side, which converts the information message into an electrical signal. And transducer is one which converts a one form of energy to other form. Here the information message is being converted to the electrical signal. So input transducer is placed at the transmitter side, which converts the input message into an electrical signal. So electrical signal is being transmitted from the transmitter side. At the receiver side, the electrical signal is being converted to the message signal by making use of another transducer. So the transducer at the output side, we call it as a output transducer, which converts the electrical signal into a original message. And this is the analog signal, which varies continuously with the time. And digital signal, the data can be either 0 or 1. And this is the block diagram for analog communication systems. So whatever data that has been sent, whatever message that is sent by the source will be converted to electrical signal using the transducer that is placed at the transmitter side. We call it as an input transducer, which is being transmitted from the transmitter side. It travels through the channel and reaches the receiver. So at the receiver point, we will be having an output transducer which converts the electrical signal back to the message. Whereas in case of a digital communication system, we'll be having a extra block called as a encoder, and we'll be having this modulator. So the data from the source is first encoded and will be passes through the channel encoder. The output of the channel encoder is being modulated. The data will get modulated and it will be transmitted using a transmitter antenna. At the receiver side, the data will travels through the channel and reaches the receiver side. So in receiver side, again we will be having a receiver antenna. The whatever data that is being modulated in the center side, now we will get demodulated using the demodulator, and it will get decoded. First channel decoded, and second the data will be decoded by a source decoder, and finally the original message reaches the destination. And the familiar communication systems are TV broadcasting system. So the data from the TV station through the TV transmitter and through the broadcasting tower, it reaches the households. And next is the mobile phones. So whatever data from the user side, it get transmitted to the other user using this central exchange. And next is a familiar communication systems are examples are mobile phone, keyboard, and we have this Bluetooth, wireless mouse, everything, printer, and audio jockeys, everything comes under this familiar communication systems. So next is the activity. Here in the picture we can see two people talking over the phone. So people have to say what the people has been discussing, and we have to find, the user have to find who is talking and who is receiving, and the information that is being get transmitted is good or bad. So we'll be having a lot of information exchange, and we have to the user have to say what are all the information that has been discussed, different form of information, and what is a telephone that is being used in the picture. And next is a block diagram of a transmitter side. So the signal, it is being get information signal is first audio amplified and passes to the modulator. Modulator is one which boosts the signal. It can be either amplitude modulation, or it can be a frequency modulation, or it can be a phase modulation, which we will be coming across in the next topic. So first it is modulated and it is passes to the RF amplifier. The output of RF amplifier is a data which is being get transmitted. So the link, what is the first transmitter? It is a link or path over which the information that flows from source to destination. So many links will be combined together to form the communication network. So we have to consider 5 criteria while designing the transmission system. First one is capacity, and second one is performance, third one is distance, fourth one is security, and final one is cost. So cost, in essence, it should include installation cost, operation, as well as the maintenance cost. The channel the channel that is placed between the transmitter and receiver can be a guided media, or it can be a free space. And receiver side, we will be having this RF receiving antenna. Through the receiving antenna, data will be transmitted to RF amplifier, and it is get mixed in the mixer. Other input to the mixture is a signal that is generated by the local oscillator, and the output of the mixture is given to the intermediate frequency amplifier. The output of intermediate frequency amplifier is demodulated, and we'll be getting the original message signal, which is being get amplified using this audio amplifier, and finally it reaches a destination. So the assessment is, what is the communication, what is the difference between the analog and digital communication, what is the role of transducer in this communication. So that's all about the introduction to communication system. We have seen what is a block diagram in case of transmitter side, and what is a block diagram in case of the receiver side, and what are all the elements for communication. Thank you.